I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you.
If you want to stay out of the hospital with a COVID-19 diagnosis, the best thing you can do, Flagler County Medical Director Dr. Stephen Bickle says, is get fully vaccinated. He points to new data from Axios out of the Cleveland Clinic from January 1st through mid-April.
So the first data found that 99.75% of the patients they admitted to their hospital for COVID were not fully vaccinated. 0.3% of the admitted patients with COVID were vaccinated. So basically, that's like changes your odds of being hospitalized for COVID to like 300 to 1.
Bickle expects to see similar data come out across the country illustrating the importance of getting vaccinated.
Drivers scrambled to fuel their vehicles across the southeastern United States yesterday, leaving thousands of stations without gasoline, as the Colonial Pipeline remained largely shut down after a ransomware attack. After reports that gas stations right here in Palm Coast were running out of gasoline, the city put out a statement. It says, "We are aware of news reports related to fuel shortages in certain areas. Keep in mind that the supply of fuel in our area comes via barges and ports. We have no information that our county is experiencing a supply issue at this time and expect supplies to be replenished soon. We are continuing to stay in contact with local officials monitoring the situation and will keep the community informed of any issues with supply locally." In a statement late in the day yesterday, Colonial said it had manually started one part of the pipeline and delivered about 41 million gallons of fuel to various locations on its system, from Atlanta through the Carolinas and to Linden, New Jersey. But the company said nothing about what factors will play into its decision on when to restart the pipeline. And it has not explained whether it found any evidence that the malware placed in its data systems could migrate to the operations of the pipeline.
3 juveniles are arrested because someone in Flagler County took the See Something, Say Something police message seriously. John Arking reports.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office says it received multiple calls last Saturday about a gold Ford SUV driving recklessly throughout Seminole Woods. The SUV, which was later determined to have been stolen from Bunnell, was reported to be driving at a high rate of speed through the neighborhood, occupied by 4 juvenile males. Arriving deputies observed the 4 juveniles running into backyards on Seagull Place, while the stolen vehicle was found abandoned nearby. 3 of the 4 suspects were eventually taken into custody, according to Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
The age of these youthful offenders were shocking, as they are 12 and 14 years old. Parents, be the sheriff in your home and know what your kids are doing. In this case, these kids got caught and charged with felonies, which is not what we would prefer. And to owners of vehicles, lock your cars, don't leave your car keys in the car. It's a crime of opportunity. In this case, I was fortunate to get the car back quickly.
The 4th juvenile is still being sought by authorities, while the remaining 3 were released to their parents pending court dates. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Erkin.
Temporary help is on the way that will cover some of the costs of broadband for qualifying low-income households in Flagler County. Karen Johnson has the details.
The qualification is through the Federal Communications Commission Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. The FCC has announced that residents can begin applying for and enrolling in the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program today. Julie Murphy is the Public Information Officer for Flagler County.
To receive up to $50 per month discount on broadband service and associated equipment rentals, and a one-time discount of up to $100 for a laptop or a tablet or a desktop computer.
Only one monthly service discount and one device discount is allowed per household, as long as you meet one of the following criteria, according to Murphy.
Be approved to receive benefits under the free or reduced price school lunch meal program. Experienced a substantial loss of income since February 29th of 2020, received a federal Pell Grant in the current award year, or meets the eligibility criteria for participating providers assisting low-income or COVID-19 programs.
Residents can apply directly through their current broadband provider, or you can apply at getemergencybroadband.org. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
There is plenty of parking at Flagler Beach.
And City Commissioner Ken Bryan says that the parking is not on the dunes. He said that the commission passed an ordinance that comes with a hefty fine for parking where a person should not park a vehicle.
People parking on the on the dunes. So we actually passed a new ordinance a few months ago in regard to parking on the dune, and we increased the fines to make it substantial, because before it was only like a $30 fine to park on a dune. Well, that's just the cost of parking. So people just parked on the dunes. So now it's a heavier fine.
Heavy indeed. We checked. It's $150 if you park on the dunes. Brian said that there would soon be lots of parking once a bunch of nearby parking lots are rehabbed. If you want to hear what's new in Flagler Beach, Flagler County Health, or what matters to you, download the Flagler radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, 2 days of Free for All Friday fireworks. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.